Good afternoon. I, Vishwaru Bharat, welcome you all to the digital media platform of Uday India. Here are today's main news. Bharatiya Kisan Union says Delhi police stopped them from entering the capital. A Mahapanchayat was to be held by Sanyukt Kisan Morcha and a number of farmers' organizations on Monday at the famed Jantar Mantar, all under the strict security measures put in place by Delhi police. The Mahapanchayat was organized in opposition to the centre's purported repression of nation's young farmers and laborers as well as the rising unemployment rate. BKU spokesman Jagjit Singh Dalewal has alleged that farmers were prevented from entering the union territory while they were on their way to Delhi to demonstrate at the Jantar Mantar in favor of a number of demands made by farmer organizations. At the Colonel bypass, vehicles were stopped. He asked for permission from the administration to let the trucks proceed, saying, "We are doing this peacefully and our program is only for a day." The Delhi police detained some farmers near the Ghazipur border as additional demonstrators entered the area in order to control the crowd. However, DCP informed media persons that demonstrators were permitted to go to their destinations after due verification. Sisodia claims BJP contacted him to split up. Manish Sisodia, the deputy chief minister of Delhi, made a stunning claim on Twitter that the BJP had asked him to split the party and had offered to settle all CBI and ED cases in exchange. Split off up and join the BJP, and in exchange, we would close all CBI and ED cases. I responded to the BJP stating that I am a Rajput and a descendant of Maharana Pratap. I won't submit to the corrupt people or plotters. Every case that has been filed against me is bogus. Make whichever decisions you want to. The tweet read in Hindi. The CBI is looking into Sisodia in relation to Delhi liquor scam. Anand Sharma quitting shows displeasure of G23. Anand Sharma, a senior Congress leader who resigned from his position as the head of the party's campaign committee for the upcoming Himachal Pradesh Assembly elections, stated on Sunday that he was forced to step down due to continuous insults and exclusion, but insisted he would still be a devoted party member. Sharma has reportedly written a letter to Congress President Sonia Gandhi after being excluded from the state's party unit's operation, according to sources close to him. Sharma's resignation follows Nabi Azad's resignation as the chairman of the party's JNK campaign committee. Sharma is one of the major leaders of G23 group, which has called for significant reforms inside the party along with Azad. PM to visit Haryana, Punjab on August 24 to dedicate Homi Baba Cancer Hospital and Research Centre to the nation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Haryana and Punjab on 24th August, where he will inaugurate and dedicate two important health initiatives to the nation. Mr. Modi will inaugurate Amrit Hospital at Faridabad in the morning. Then he will dedicate Homi Baba Cancer Hospital and Research Centre to the nation at Mulanpur, Mohali. Amrit Hospital is a super specialty hospital which will be equipped with 2,600 beds. The hospital, which is being constructed and at an estimated cost of around 6,000 crore rupees, will provide state of art healthcare facilities to the people of Faridabad and the entire NCR region. Homi Baba Cancer Hospital and Research Centre is a tertiary care hospital of a 300-bed capacity and is equipped with modern facilities to treat all types of cancers using every available treatment modalities like surgery, radiotherapy and medical oncology, chemotherapy, immunotherapy and bone marrow transplant. The hospital has been built at a cost of over 660 crore rupees by Tata Memorial Centre, an aided institute under the Department of Atomic Energy. SC issues notice to Gujarat government on Teesta Setalwad's interim bail plea in case related to 2002 riots. The Supreme Court has issued notice to Gujarat government on a plea of Teesta Setalwad seeking interim bail in a case in which she was arrested for allegedly fabricating documents to frame innocent people in 2002 Gujarat riots case. The matter is scheduled to come up for hearing again on 25th of August. The Gujarat High Court on 3rd of August issued a notice to the state government on bail plea of Setalvat and fixed the plea for hearing on 19th of September. Ms. Setalvat and former Director General of Police R.B. Srikumar, both arrested in June, are accused of fabricating evidence to frame innocent people in post Godhra riot cases. They are lodged in Sabarmati Central Jail. Mr. Srikumar has also moved the High Court for bail. Government denies levying charges on UPI payments. The center stated on Sunday that there are no intentions to charge users of Unified Payment Interface for using the service, despite the fact that it is a digital public benefit with tremendous inconveniences. The Ministry of Finance stated that other methods must be used to address service providers' worries about cost recovery. UPI is a digital public good that offers the public great conveniences and boosts economic output. The government is not considering implementing any fees for UPI services. Other methods must be used to address the service providers' concerns over cost recovery. Tweets from Ministry. This comes after Reserve Bank of India asks stakeholders for feedback on the idea of implementing progressive fees on payments a few days prior. Heavy rainfall in Madhya Pradesh, three other states, IMD warns of flooding damage. The India Meteorological Department on Monday said that a depression over northeast Madhya Pradesh will weaken into a well marked low pressure area during the next 24 hours. The depression over northeast Madhya Pradesh moved west northwestwards during the past 6 hours with a speed of 14 km per hour and lay centered about 70 km north northeast of Damoh. Russia arrests ISI suicide attacker out to kill Indian ruling class. According to Russia's Sputnik news agency, the Russian Federal Security Service announced today that its agents had arrested an ISI suicide bomber who was planning a terrorist assault against a member of India's ruling class. Russia's FSB stated in a statement that it has identified and captured a member of international terrorist group Islamic State and a Central Asian nation who wanted to execute a terrorist act by blowing himself up against one of the representatives of India's ruling circles. According to the statement, the arrested was recruited by the ISIS in Turkey. Amid threat of arrest, Imran supporters throng his residence in support. Imran Khan's legal team will go to court to ask for anticipatory bail amid allegations that he's about to be arrested on anti terrorism charges. Before being detained, he might be given bail. Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party has urged supporters to take to the streets in opposition to his potential arrest and warned that their leaders is a red line. Yesterday, hundreds of PTI supporters gathered in front of Khan's home in Islamabad to express their support. In response to remarks he made at a gathering in Islamabad, Imran Khan was charged under Section 7 of the Anti Terrorism Act. He allegedly threatened the police head and a female judge in Islamabad. Somalia hotel siege ends. Authorities said on Sunday that security forces had ended an Al Qaeda affiliated terrorist siege of a hotel in the capital of Somalia, which resulted in more than 20 fatalities and numerous injuries. The standoff at Hayat Hotel in Mogadishu ended with release of dozens of hostages. After the terrorists stormed and fired their way into the hotel, which is popular with MPs and other government officials, elite armed forces engaged insurgents in combat for 30 hours, starting on Friday evening. According to Ali Haji, the health minister, we have confirmed thus far 21 deceased individuals and 117 other injured. Pragyananda beats world champion Magnus Carlsen again. World champion Magnus Carlsen was defeated by a 17-year-old Indian grandmaster, Pragyananda Ramesh Babu, for the third time in as many months on Monday at FTX Crypto Cup, the championship chess tour's American finals in Miami. Magnus Carlsen's expression was one of amazement when Pragyananda defeated him in the blitz tie-break following a 2-2 tie at end of regular game. Carlsen seemed poised to win the game, but just as he was about to force Armageddon, he makes a mistake versus Pragyananda. Pragyananda came in second, and Magnus took first place thanks to a higher score. Allu Arjun makes a grand entry at India Day Parade in New York. Allu Arjun is one of the biggest movie stars in India. His film Pushpa, The Rise Part 1, was a box office superhit and earned 300 crore worldwide. The Telugu actor was recently in New York, where he represented India at one of the most well-known annual events organized by Delhi by Indian diaspora in the US, the India Day Parade. On Sunday, Allu shared videos from the event in New York, which celebrated the 75 years of India's independence. Allu was joined by his wife, Sneha Reddy, at the parade, where the actor was honored with the title of Grand Marshal. This was the news for today. Stay tuned for latest news updates.